Hey guys, welcome back again to Dave's Dimension. Welcome back again for another video. Welcome back again to the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. So we're back again for another unbox. This is a Mo2R, if you know what that means. Masters of the Universe Revelation unbox, okay? I know there's a lot of critics, there's a lot of conflicted opinions about the new Netflix series, but we're not talking about the series, we're talking about the amazing action figures that they've come out with so far. I've done a few reviews on He-Man, our Master of the Universe himself. Protector of Grayskull, we got him. We've done a review on Skeletor. I've also done one on evil-lyn. Now, spoiler alert, we've actually done one on Skelegod. Now, I'll have links to those videos in the video description below if you guys want to check them out. Also, down in the video description below, we're going to have our YouTube warriors. Those are fellow YouTubers with amazing channels and content that you guys definitely don't want to miss out on. So, I have links to their channels below. So, if I have all those figures, what could I possibly do in an unbox of? Well, if you got He-Man, you gotta have Battlecat, guys. I was able to score this at a Target. Now, He-Man, Skeletor, Mossman, and evil-lyn I've only been able to see them at Walmart, so I don't know if they're an official exclusive, but they're pretty much already sold out. Skelegod and Battlecat I've only ever seen at Target, so I grabbed him from Target. So what do you guys say we get right on into it? Now, I love the boxing that they've done for these. Got some curved geometrical edges right here. Look at the size of... Compared to He-Man, I mean, he is massive. Now, in case you're wondering about the scaling of these figures, they are on scale with NECA. If you're familiar with the NECA brand of action figures, that's what these guys scale with, and they work perfectly with the NECA stands. So, now, of course, on here we see it shows Deluxe Detail Sculpt and Articulation. We have Battlecat Masters Universe Revelation. We got a little Netflix branding right there. We got Mattel, of course, for ages 6 and up, and of course, like with all the figures, he does still have the 30 points of articulation. So we get our very cool art on the side. Box was a little bit nicked and damaged, but that's okay because you guys know I'm an out-of-box collector. We got the Battlecat branding right there. Now, if you're not an out-of-box collector, this is definitely one of the better boxes you want to have. I mean, with the nice little angles we have on the sides here, the slopes, and the great presentation, and we got the little framing here on the sides for the hanging. So if you do want to hang this, you could still do that, or maybe some 3M adhesive strips. That way you're not pulling off the paper with tape. You can mount it up very nicely. Now in the back, of course, we have this amazing artwork. Let me turn this around so you guys can get a nice good view right there. We got He-Man on Battlecat, and yes, you can actually take the armor off and you can actually have Cringer, so you can do before and after, which is very cool. Of course, we have our nice little synopsis that they always like to give us right there. Hold that right there. You can freeze frame this and read it yourselves. So on here we have the cowardly green and yellow talking tiger Cringer wishes for nothing more than to peacefully relax by Prince Adam's side. But when Adam raises his power sword and summons the power of Grayskull, Cringer sheds his whimpering nature and transforms into the mighty Battlecat, ferocious fighting steed and loyal friend to the mighty He-Man. So, and of course, right on the back, it shows you all the figures that are currently available in this wave: evil-lyn, Skeletor, Mossman, He-Man, and Skelegod. So, what do you get? What do you say we get right on into this, guys? Now, on these, of course, you're always going to open from the top. That is, if you want to preserve it as best as possible. we go. We're going to set the box down. We do have a few strands of plastic restraining, keeping him in one simple spot. They're not too tight, so you can get a little bit of slack to cut right through them. Very cool. I love that. So, now they do give you this nice little art in the back. You can use that for a display piece, which is pretty cool. Oh, we have more plastics that I need to cut through. You want to be careful that you're not damaging any paint or molded plastic. There's one. And there's two. I think that's about it. No, we have one more. I know people are probably watching this like, what are you doing? Oh, we have some more. Oh, they gave us a whole lot on here. Which is a little surprising, given that most of the figures do not have any of those on there. Sorry for the noise, guys. So, let's take a look at Battlecat. There we go. Let's go to main view so you guys can get a good look here. Yeah, he is pretty massive, pretty good size. Tail has articulation. It's on a swivel, 360 degrees. We got some, look at the joints on here. These are pretty damn good right there, guys. We got the Battlecat eyes piercing through, which is something we did not have on the original. Now, the original, you could actually remove this, remove the harness, and we can take that off, and that's how the original. He still looked kind of fierce and ferocious, and the paint on the jaw, it is what it is. But this is the original. I wanted to show this for comparison. Now, the original actually had a hinge. This is actually a reissue. It's not my reissue. This is actually my wife's. Yeah, my wife was actually a He-Man fan along with me. And these are hers. She likes to keep hers out of the box as well. And I see this just slides right on. This is the original Battlecat, okay? Not bad look, right? Not bad. This definitely looks more kind of OG cartoon accurate, kind of, right? But let's take a look at the darker. We have a much darker red here, obviously. Compare them. It's like night and day. Look at this darker red here. I like how much more this comes off. This is more of a, I don't want to say soft plastic, but it's definitely a little bit more malleable. There's more, you can kind of bend. There's a little bit more tweaking here. Look at that saddle, man. This is just, obviously, this is a pure representation as it appears in the show. We have multiple straps on the bottom here. And look, we have all the paws, or any of the cat people out there, we call them the beans. This looks tremendous. Look at the sculpt and detail on him right there. I better not do that too much. He might start purring. But Battlecat looks massive. He looks insane. We're actually going to take the harness off so you guys can see how we make him look like Cringer. These straps, they're not on too tight. They're very easy to slide right off. So there we go. A very soft, squeezable plastic right there, guys. So let's say maybe you spilled something on here. Don't be afraid. You can, put it in the sink, and it will bend, and it's easier to kind of get a little dirt and schmutz off of there. We have a nice little arc part right here for the seats, so that your figure should sit there nice and tight. Now this just comes right off. It just soft. It's around to the sculpt of his head. it slides right off, guys. Now, obviously, if you have this on, you know, enough shaking, it will come off. But I mean, you're not really going to be doing that. But I love the damn look on here, right? Now take a look at Cringer. Okay, we're going to go back to main view here. We got the original, or the reissue of the original, right? Kind of fierce looking. And here we got Cringer. This looks so much better. I got the, you know, we got the look. We don't quite have the snaggle. I wish they had a more protruding snaggle tooth like he did in the original cartoon and also in the new Netflix show. But that's a minor gripe, guys. I mean, he looks tremendous. I mean, he doesn't look. I mean, he's a tiger, so of course he's going to look fierce. But he looks, you know, he looks more innocent. You know, I like the look of this. Now there are no pegs on the bottom of his feet, of course. But comparing the two sizes again, I mean, it's night and day. They're about the same kind of height almost. I mean, he's just a little bit taller, but I love how the color is. I love the striping pattern on here. Now his head, he can kind of do exorcist. You know, you can rotate him. His neck, I mean, he can do a lot of articulation. I mean, if you wanted to do maybe him going for a sleep, let's see, can we do anything like that? You can kind of lay him down. We'll set OG reissue Battlecat back to the side. Now, pick me up, pick me up. Take a look at that, guys. My hands are not holding him. There are no stands here. You know, there we go. He's standing purely on his own. I don't have his paws flat. They're actually at an angle right there, guys. Just to show you. That was pure accident. It just so happens that his tail helps support him like that, guys. So it's a thing you could do. Let's just reposition the tail a little bit. There you go. We have him pretty much standing up out like his hind feet. Like, come on. You don't want to do this. That's sick that we can actually get him. Because what I did was before I actually had him like his claws like that. And there you go. He's standing up on his own, guys. How crazy is that? Now, let's put his armor back on. Let's put him back into Battlecat mode. And let's get He-Man on him. Now, we'll say this. I'm not talking about the show per se, but I'm talking about the voice talent of the show. The guy who they have doing the voice of Cringer, I forget his name right now, but I think he did a tremendous, tremendous job on Cringer. Doesn't sound perfectly the same, and he shouldn't. You know, this is basically, it's a new show, obviously. There are very subtle, very, very subtle differences, which we're not going into, but the voice talent, just some of the voice talent that they have on the show is tremendous. I mean, Mark Hamill, they did get the original voice of Skeletor, Alan Oppenheimer on there. He voices Mossman. I mean, again, look at that, guys. Looks tremendous. I love how big this comes up, how deep the the armor tusks as they were come out. Now let's take He-Man. Let's see how well we can bend his legs a little bit. Let's get the sword in his hand. I mean, might have to play around with this. It's not really. I will say this. I'm not quite sure how we can. His arms won't actually come down to hold the top, the top part for writing. Not really that well, but I mean, you can position him so he's sitting on Cringer or Battlecat pretty solidly. Now we can do something like that. It would be cool if they maybe would have brought this up a little bit closer, or some way where you can position him to hold on to him. Not that Battlecat's going to be moving, but I mean, just take a look at that. I mean, that's just awesome. I do want to see if, and it's probably going to be a dead no, but can we get anything where maybe he's probably going to be too top heavy? Yeah, he's going to be too top heavy. I was hoping we can get kind of a position where Battlecat can kind of stand up. I mean, if I hold his tail like this, he can. So we can get that kind of look. Like He-Man, kind of like a giddy up kind of pose. I might have to play around a little bit with it. But there's a lot of articulation on here. There's a lot we can do with this. And this is just amazing. I love how, I mean, it doesn't fit perfectly, or maybe if I alter, shift the, yeah, it's just, the posture of the figure isn't 100% on here. I get that we don't need it to be, but that's just one thing that kind of throws it a little bit off. What could have been also cool is if they could have gave us maybe a spot where we could hang the shield on. I mean, I guess you could do that for kind of storage. There's a little hook right here. You can kind of hang it if you were. I mean, I guess that's a thing you could do. Or we can kind of rig it so that it's on the straps underneath. I mean, as far as storage, that is a thing you could do. But I really like the look of this, guys. I'm glad I got Battlecat. I was saying I wasn't going to get him because look how massive he is compared to the figure. And this is a good sized figure on top of it. So, I mean, this is definitely going to be... I'm going to have to look at doing some kind of display. I really don't do displays. I kind of just set up my figures on shelves. As you guys can... well, let me see. Can you see right there? Well, probably not. Like, you guys can see the back view behind me. I usually kind of like... My Ghostbusters, I got them right in front of the Ecto. Power Rangers are just kind of lined up on a shelf. Sorry, my eyes are watery. You can see on my Back to the Future, everyone's just kind of like standing around. It's not really posed, but for a lot of stuff it is. As you know, the dimension's still a mess. I gotta strain out a bunch of stuff because I have more stuff coming, guys. I have about 11 Black Series figures to unbox still. Yeah, I got a lot, guys. And hopefully more coming soon. But, I mean, this just looks... I mean, how tremendous is this, guys? Regardless of how you feel about the show, this looks tremendous. I mean, this looks insane. I love this. I love the look of this. Now, if they give us an Atom, that would be a nice companion piece to go with Cringer if you take the armor off. But who knows? We'll see what happens. I guess you could always throw the shield on his tail. I mean, I guess it's a thing you could do. You know, you gotta protect his tail. It's a crazy thing you can do for storage if you want to. I'm definitely gonna check out some ways that we can possibly display him. Um, I have some clear stands I use for some of my Marvel figures. I might be able to prop one of those on the underside of Battlecat, so we can do that kind of, high hole silver Lone Ranger type pose with He-Man and with Battlecat kind of ready to jump into action. So again, I love the detail here. They did some. This is definitely a quantum leap upgrade from the OG Battlecat. But there we are, guys. On a scale of 1 to 10, I gotta say he's definitely a 9. He's a 9 to a 9.5. Is there room for improvement? There's always room for improvement. I mean, we could have attached a little strap going from the back of the headgear, like maybe from here, that maybe somehow went underneath his neck, because he's got a good sized neck, guys. He's got a good sized neck, so they could have attached some kind of a belt to affix onto there. I mean, they have little rims here that are supposed to cup onto his ears to help prevent from stuff falling down. They have some nice structure here, guys. So those are all things. And once we get that back on his head, love the detail in the open mouth. It's just he's still missing that snaggle tooth that he's known for, But I love this. This is just fan-friggin-tastic, guys. This is phenomenal. Again, like I said, I wish the figure sat a little bit better on here, but obviously this is a companion piece. Battlecat is a companion piece for the He-Man figure, so it is what it is. But I really still love this. I love the look of it. It's phenomenal. If you guys see this, I highly recommend getting it. Like I said, regardless of how you feel about the show, these figures are tremendous. Mattel is killing it. I mean, they're giving us NECA level details and fixtures on these figures. I mean, they're strong. The joints on here, honestly, I've described this before, that these figures are pretty much like a cross between Marvel Legends and NECA, because we got the nice swivel joints right here. The color has been pretty on point. We even have some of the bendability of the feet that you would see on Marvel, or Hasbro, I should say, and also that we see on, I mean, the joints are nice, stiff, and solid. Way better than what McFarlane's been doing with a lot of the Batman and DC Multiverse. Some of those joints are a bit bulky and a bit loose at times, but I love the details on these. I mean, I guess you can rotate the legs so that they're kind of like that, but that kind of looks a little weird and funky, but it's He-Man. So, but there we go. I love this. I love Battlecat. He looks badass. I can't wait for them to come out with the other figures. I'm hoping that they do Triclops, Trapjaw, Beastman. Beastman looks sick in the cartoon, man. He looks pretty badass. So I'm hoping that they're going to come out with those soon. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a quick review and comparison of Battlecat from the Revelations toy line. Definitely, I mean, regardless of what people are talking about the show, these figures are straight fire. These are phenomenal. You guys don't want to miss out. So there you are. Again, I want to thank you guys for checking out the Dimension. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for checking out everything that we do for you guys. Now, again, as always, I want you guys to go into the video description below. I'm going to have links to the other videos, but I also want you guys to check out our YouTube warriors. Those are fellow YouTubers who put out some amazing content, some amazing channels, and create some amazing communities you don't want to miss out on, guys. So there you go. Do me a favor, check out their links. Hit that link, go to their channels, give them a thumbs up, hit that red button so you become part of their friends and family. And as always, guys, you guys know what I'm going to say. Keep on busting, and I'll catch you on the flip side.